Hello ducklings, my name is Sanniz and I'm from Sweden, and it's time for a do-it-yourself project, and we're gonna do an Halloween decoration. But first we have to do the intro, and soon you see the video. Hello ducklings, my name is Sanniz and it's time for a do-it-yourself video, and we're gonna do a Halloween project, a do-it-yourself and decoration. But I'm gonna make mine, so it's not just specified for just October or Halloween period at all, because I want to have my things up all year long, because I'm a goth, I'm dog inclined, and that's a part of my home decoration too. But you can use whatever you want, but I just want to put together things that works all year long without just have this point at October and Halloween itself. So what am I gonna use? You can use whatever you want. This is what I use, and you can take inspiration just if you don't already do this type of things. But I'm gonna show what I'm gonna use, so stick around. So like I said, I'm gonna show what I'm gonna use. Of course, you need something that you're gonna have like a background. You don't necessarily have to have this shape or whatever. Just take something that is static. You can use a frame or whatever you want. You don't necessarily have to be this. You can also use something from wood or whatever. It's up to you, as long as the background is steady and something you like. And the main piece in this decoration will be this. I'm gonna take off those because they are supposed to look like this. Ooh. Am I cute? So we're gonna take them off at once, so we don't have to bother with them anymore, because I don't want to have clumsy black things in my decoration. So it's gonna be a stick just with a wolf face. I think it's really cute, don't you? And we're gonna need more. I have a bag full with those very tiny bats. I can try to open it up so you can see how one bat looks like if it wants to get away. It's trapped in a net. So it's actually, this is the back side, and this is how it looks from the front. So the bag is full of them, so we're gonna see what I'm gonna use. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna go by the flow. And also, to make it a little more, I have those black leaves that I thought looks very gothic, and I do love them. They look perfect, but I'm not gonna use everything because it's very much, so I don't want to hide what's ever going around. So what are we gonna need? You probably need a scissor, some other type of tools. You take whatever you want. I also, just in case, have black stripes that are a little smaller, and I also have this type of wire, the cheap wire in steel, I think it is. So it's nothing you use directly for jewelry anyway, because it might not be that good for your body, but some people maybe use it, I don't know. So I guess it's better we go over to more practical mode to show what's going on. So, time to start. So like I said, you can use whatever you want, but this is what I wanted to use, and of course gonna use the star like a background. I actually bought it for over a year ago. I never used it yet. I had plans to do a Christmas decoration, but I thought I can at least do a Halloween decoration too with it. And I thought I should start with taking part of those leaves, but I need to decide how much I'm gonna use, because if you look here, it's gonna cover very fast, and I don't want to take away the star itself too much. So I'm gonna start with actually cut off the parts I think I'm gonna need and take away the things that I don't want to keep. But I don't want to have it so obviously that it's something else. I also need to decide if I'm gonna use this for the other things. I haven't decided yet which one. I might try to use those stripes first. And now I need to figure out how the best look gonna be. So first I need to find right side of the leaves so I don't destroy the effect of it, and I need to decide where to start with it. It's a bit hard to tell what's the front side and what's the back side is, but we go with the flow. So I'm just gonna put them behind on some places and try to find something that maybe it's gonna be better with this one. I'll take some small bits of this instead. You can always change your mind. There's nothing stuck in that you need to take this and this or that. Just do whatever you want. I'm not gonna do two big ones, but I'll prepare some so I have more than one. And like I said, this is up on this one, so I'm gonna try to make it in some way so it don't take away the star itself too much from what's going on. Need to find a good place where I'm gonna touch this leaf so it stays in place. And my fingers are like my fingers are, so you have to be a little patient with me. I'm not usually do it in this type of angle either, so that's one thing too. But like I said, it's just to make it a touch. It's always things you can change after a while, but this is just to start with it. So I'm gonna do a little more turn here so it's gonna be stuck proper, because we want it to stay in place. So, but you don't want to cover it all the time. And if you think you have enough and it's too much sticking out, you can always take them off. You don't have to keep it. So, but be careful so you don't get it on the floor, because that can hurt your feeties. So I put one. Not decide which side that's gonna be visible either. So it might be that I'm gonna use more. I haven't decided yet. So you can try to play around a little with it. So see how it goes. Just it don't stay in place. A little annoying sometimes, but not much I can do about it. So I need to find a new part where I'm gonna put them together. And gonna see what works best for the leaves, because they are rotating here, so I want to have it a little nice. I could probably do something around this area. See where I went, the ready-made ones, and then I do something similar, attach them. I know this is gonna take a long time because my fingers are not like the most people fingers are. Only people that have handicap know what I'm talking about, because no matter what people think, I do jewelry, but that don't mean that my fingers are working proper like that. But I do that to actually at the same time do some type of real things too, so might help my hands to be a little better. Like I said, I haven't decided yet which side I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna try to put it a little more harder. And it's gonna take a little while, so sorry if it's a long video. I thought I should talk during this one, so that's maybe gonna take a little more time than usual. And then we maybe have to take some movement. I think it has to turn a bit here, so this time we work on. So it's almost look like it natural should look something like this. If I put some attachment in this one, so I have one more somewhere. I knew I had one, but it disappeared. This is the thing that happens sometimes when you have a wrong. There it is. When you have black on black. But we continue. So let's see what's going back. So I had a thing that stuck out there, so I can probably use that bit to make it even better. So I'm gonna find somewhere that is easy for me to get things around. And that leaf is attached, we don't want to have that included. Take this little up and we try to tighten it. Like I said, I have finger handicap, so be nice, don't be rude. And like I said, you can use whatever you want to. And if you think something's sticking out too much, it's nothing. You can use other tools to flatten it better too. But I decided I can just cut off the excess that is a little too much. So it's not meant. So it looks like something like this so far. And I might have to take some more leaves after when I put on the wool here to see where it goes. But I still want to keep some of the parts. So I see I have a point here I can actually attach to, so I need more. So I cut one more off for me. And that one I can actually attach somewhere here. So that could be good. And in this type of cases, I wish that I had more hands than two because of my hands. Other people probably work faster with this type of things, but I have to be patient and not angry at myself because there's not much I can do. But at least I try, so that's the main thing. You take the other one because else it's gonna be a sharp edge. Oops. That's flying away somewhere, so I hope I'm not gonna put my feet on it. So we had up there, and this is how it looks so far. Maybe that's enough. You can still see this star itself here. And then we maybe should go to add the head, the wolf skeleton head. And I was thinking it should be somewhere in the front. Of course you need to have it that type of way. And now I just need to decide where I want to attach it. I know it's holes in the ears here, so I can actually use them to not doing too much. So that means that if I use the holes, I can actually put them in like this position. And I think I go for this still again because it's not that visible like the stripe's gonna be, but I need to take a little longer, so I'm sure that I got enough. We can start with one ear, and what I'm gonna do is just put it around here and do the same on the other side, so it keeps itself. So now the ears have put them, I need to tighten this one a little more, else it's gonna be too big gap and too obviously with this wire. So that's much better. So then we take it around. You can go ahead and use the thread like some kind of decoration too, so it's not panic if it's more. ow, and you're not supposed to stick yourself with a finger. But you see, it's already sitting there very good. We can also hide this later. And you see, I need to, and I started to bleed a little, so I hope it's not gonna bleed too much. But now we need a little more. That's the damn thing with working with wires and the sharp stuff. And like, it's blood. They probably go over soon. You can take it as a little iron snack. That was a little fun enough. If you do too much, you can actually go and fix your fingers after. So, but if I don't bleed too much, I'm not gonna run away and do something. So it's not necessary. So you do the same thing on this one. Attach it to the other side. As good as possible. I'm gonna see how it goes. And I have that one. Now that thread is coming a little stupid, that leaf, I mean. And I don't really want to push the leaf in a stupid angle, so I just go behind the leaf and actually put the wire around the leaf itself. That means that I don't have to do too much. And actually I don't think we need to do that much with this thing. So I actually think it started looking really good. I you can play around with little with the leaves too, because it's still that it's not that you have to have them there. You can add more leaves after. But I wanted to start with it because you have this little effect of everything going on. So this is how it looks like right now, and I thought it might be time for some bats. I'm gonna just make it a little more not neater on this side, because so I'm gonna put on some friends over here, and of course we had the small bats here. I might have to go and bring a little more stuff for it, so wait a minute. I thought actually I should try to glue on. I used this E6000. I think there is even a 7000 now. I hope I haven't bleed too much because I was bleeding a lot. This glue I mainly use for my jewelry, but I thought it could work too. It can dry very fast, but at the same time it's not that dangerous for your hands. And you got playtime with you too, so it's not like you need to be ready now and then with the glue, and so it can dry a little too fast. Sometimes you can feel when you're working with it, but at least you have some time. And I took some sticks with me because I want to try to get it when it's as floaty as possible. I'm not sure it's gonna work because I didn't want to punch hole in it, but I thought I should put some bats in the corner, so I might try to see if I can put the glue where I have these things. You can always make it better when but I'm gonna try to find some attachment points. And I need to close this one because this is going up, because it continued to coming on some reason. I didn't get all the things that you should have for those. And then you just try to find a good angle when you're gonna put them, and I hope this is gonna work. And I press. Let's see if I'm not sure it's gonna work with this type of material, so I try to get away from. See if I can put something on the end of something on the back or something, so it might help it to stick in place. but just be careful because it goes very strong. It's gonna take a lot of hours before this is completed, but it's really good, especially when you do jewelry. It's very good to use. This can be, the plastic itself can be a little disaster to use. And now I need to just be sure that I don't add it, but I hope that's gonna stick, because if it sticks, it sticks. See if I can get something that is higher. And of course I want to do something similar on the other side, but because of I have glue on the back side, I need to be careful. But I do something similar. Let this thing run out as much as possible then. And I do the same. Add a lot on the other side. You can add more after, like I did before, because I'm not sure else it's gonna be stuck, because it's plastic and I haven't directly tried to see if it's surface that might have to be cleaned from it, because some plastic are a little harder to do with. And remember to put the right side that you want to be shown, so you don't take a side that you don't want to have there. And then of course you need to press it. But I think I also need to do like I did on the other side. I need to add more on the back side. So I do this thing whilst this is getting up more glue, hopefully. And like build around everything so it's more attachment point, and it's gonna be stiff and dry in place there. But this is a good glue because it don't dry that fast, so even if it's strong, so then you can still have some play time on you before it goes stiff. And tomorrow it's gonna be great because then it's completely stiff, so that means that everything gonna be sit good. And now also that the other one had gone off, so I'm not sure why. What was it? Now I laid down. Yeah, it had gone off. And so I need to put it on again. This is a little annoying when you're working with plastic type of things before. Just because you have the playtime, it don't mean that you necessarily. And I need to be sure that I put it right side again. I'm gonna put more glue here because I don't know what happened here. But it's not like we don't have glue, so. I think it's just that it's harder to press this one in place because of what it is. Can try to put with my fingers a little bit. Because you see, I can take with my fingers. I hope I can press it somehow so it sticks there. Else we're gonna have to attach it with somewhere else. Because I want to have my bats. But it's just that this material is not, on the bats is not the perfect for what we're doing. But if you got them to stay, then they're gonna stay, so be patient. We're gonna see. It looks something like this. So I'm gonna see if we can get it to stay. I need to drink a little too, like you remember. I'm not sure how much more I want to put on it. I might add a little more leaves, but I think it started to look pretty well. So I'm gonna do the last bits and then I will return later and show the result. So at least you got a little suggestion how you can make a little more special thing. So sorry for me being fiddly with my fingers, but I have a handicap, so I'm not like the others. But use your imagination. That's the only thing that can stop you from creating things. It's only that. that holds you back. Use what you have. If you want to use pumpkins, use pumpkins. I didn't want to have it. But I will be back later when this is finished. See you soon. So ducklings, here it is. And I decided I didn't want to put more things on because sometimes the more simpler part is better than the rest. So what do you think? I think it's pretty cute. But I'm gonna do a little film and show how it looks on the floor. Not on the floor, stupid. I thought that was one way to say a stupid word too, but sometimes you can tell my hair color. But I will show you how it looks like when it's hanging on the wall, of course, not the floor. And if you like my video and please do subscribe, and at the same time press the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And if you are old returners, old darklings, I'm so happy to have your support. It means this much. I love you. And at the same time, don't forget to give me likes and comment. I do love reading your comments too. So please, ducklings, stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. And it's finally Halloween month. And now over to the film. They're gonna show how it looks like, so you don't have to see my ugly face anymore. Bye.
I'd love to see a ghost. I do believe in ghosts.